Mallon's Corner, the Mallons lived. The Mallons were a very prominent family in Cady. Mallon's Corner was where Victoria Street or Lear Street and Cady Hill met. And it wasn't really a corner at all, it was a bend in the road, but it was called Mallon's Corner. A man called Tommy Mallon, who was a butcher, and I think he might have been a real estate person as well. He was also a justice of the peace. And there's a family story told of my grandmother, Maggie Boyle. Her maiden name was Green, and she had three brothers, Jemmy, Johnny, and Barney Green. And it was on a 12th of July, and the Orange Parade was to come up our street. Now, you'll know this is way before my time, but the Orange Parade was to come up our street, and the Greens, the three brothers, and my grandmother Maggie decided they weren't coming up our street. So the three brothers, who were fairly big men, lined themselves up at Mallon's Corner, and my grandmother went down into Mallon's yard. They had a sort of a storage place down there, and she brought rocks and bricks and things up in her apron and left them with her brothers, piled them up beside them. And when the Orange Parade came up on the 12th of July, they started pelting them with stones and these bricks and things. And they eventually turned the Orange Parade around. It had a turn and didn't come up our street at all. The following Law Day, they were up on charges, but they were up before Tommy Mallon, who was the Justice of the Peace rather than a judge, and he reprimanded them, of course, and he fined them, but the fine was like a penny for every brick or rock that my grandmother had carried up in her apron. So it wasn't too severe.